So what we see a lot in organizations is that people want to change behavior because it's not functional. But what they often fail to do is to look further than the behavior, to look at the underlying values and underlying worldview that creates a certain behavior. We were working with a team leader in a large organization, and he was trying to implement self-management within his team, and he was not being successful. He was telling us that the people were just not picking up the responsibilities. They needed guidance all the time, and he actually wanted to work without his guidance. So then we measured the values in the organization and in the team. So what we found was that the organization had a very dominant blue culture that encouraged the people to stay within the responsibilities of their function and their role. And then when we measured the values of the team, we found that they were either blue task-driven values or orange success-driven values. But both of those value systems, those worldviews, people will want a certain amount of guidance from leadership in order to do their tasks. So his self-management, which let people loose, which lets them without any guidance, just didn't fit either within the organization or within the people. So our advice was not to implement self-management. So the key here is that self-management requires a certain worldview, a certain way of doing things. And if you implement that, that has to be part of the culture and has to be part of the people. If it's not, it will not be successful. So by recognizing that, you stop wasting a lot of time trying to implement the wrong methods in the wrong time, in the wrong place. Yeah, so if we want to change the culture in an organization, first of all, we need to see what changes are possible. What would be a next step in the development of the organization? In the example that I just gave, we saw that self-management was too far ahead. It was too big a change for the environment and for the people. It doesn't mean that change isn't possible in an organization like that, but the change has to fit the organization. And for the example that I gave, for instance, self-management is a step too far. But working with more flat teams and introducing more of what we call the green methodology in the organization would have been a good possible step. You need to look at the potential of the organization. You need to look at what is the next natural step in its development.